So here I've opened up my file, new, and chosen an architectural imperial template. Opening this up, I can see in my layers, in my navigation palette under layers, I have these extra layers. So I have roof, floor, footing, and design layer. I can see over here there is a story menu, and the roof is under the roof, floor is under on the ground floor story, and the footing is on the ground floor story. So if I go into my organization palette, double clicking on any of these icons, going up to my tools and hitting organization, or pressing Command Shift O will bring me into my organization palette. So first menu tab is my classes. So those are going to be the way we categorize our objects and apply attributes to our objects. Design layers are going to be how we organize our objects into elevations. So if we want to stack objects on top of each other, we'll do so in design layers. And then stories are a way of further organizing our layers into like building stories, right? So on ground level, what are the objects that we're going to have on that level? So right now I do have roof, and it does come with a ground floor, and I can see here that there's foundation, ledge, bottom of structure, ground floor, top of structure, finish floor. So here, these little icons here showing me that in this story, I have two layers, right? This foundation layer, remember that one footing, this finished floor, this one floor. That's that layer that's created. Under roof, I have this bottom of structure, or our roof. And I can see here is my story elevation. So my ground floor, that Z0 is actually at 1 foot, and my roof elevation, my Z value is going to be at 11 feet. Now, if I go in and I click on my default story levels, I can see that there's multiple levels. So I can add these into any of my stories. So I can do a ceiling, a finished floor, top of structure, slab, top of structure, bottom of structure, roof, bottom of structure, and this is down. So you can see this elevation offset, a ledge, and a foundation at -3 feet. I can go in and I can select, I can add a new level, I can edit an existing level. So I can see here, I can specify a level type. I can specify the elevation, that it creates a layer or not, and that the name of that level, the scale, and the layer wall height. We'll delve in, there's many settings, and each object interacts with them differently, so we'll play with those settings as well. I can also add a new story here. Adding a new story, it automatically defaults to the next elevation height here, which it adds 10 feet. I can have a prefix, so if it's my second story, I'll want to put a 2 there. And in the included levels of that story. So right now, as a default, it's going to have a finished floor, and that's going to create a layer of 1 floor. It's going to have a top of structure with no associated layer, bottom of structure, ledge, and that's it. Okay? We will play with this more, but we're going to be setting up our drawings like this.